I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo,
and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
We are back, and this time we are in Nur-Sultan, Kazakhstan for the Astana Open, and we will be covering the Tokyo Open as well in this one on the men's. Both of these are 500-point events, and there's some choice words JG has to say about some of the competitors over there in Japan that aren't choosing to come and battle it out with the big dogs in Kazakhstan, because we've got big guys in Kazakhstan. We've got Djokovic. We've got Medvedev. We've got the world number one. Carlos Alcaraz is there. We got Tsitsipas. We got everybody's there. But somebody else has just decided to just take a trip over to Tokyo. Who would that be, JG?
I don't know why you're digging me out like that, Ben, but you're totally correct. And I like Casper Ruud. He's a nice character. He's a really good player. He's got to 2 Grand Slam finals this year, losing to Spaniards both times. He's probably sick of the sight of Spanish players, so thought, I'm not going to Astana where Alcaraz is. I'm going to go somewhere else where there's not so many Spanish players, play a few against a few more Koreans and Asian players. But regardless, it just seems to be Casper Ruud's rise to the top is by playing ATP 250s however he can. This time it's a 500. However, he's not really going to be challenged again. And he seems to be picking and choosing these events where he's not going to be under threat so much, so he can go on and win it, because ultimately he beats a lot of players who are ranked lower than him. Like the players who Casper Ruud really struggle against are the top players. Apart from that, he can brush past a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel
and across all the surfaces as well. He can play on all the surfaces. It doesn't matter. You can play a Ramos Vinolas at Wimbledon. He'll brush past him. Even on the clay, probably.
I think so. And we've seen him. He's taken out big players on hardcourt, but he doesn't seem to want to tackle too many in one tournament. And I think that's a problem. He's pitted himself in a tournament that's a lot more winnable, let's say, with the likes of people like a Kyrgios, who is a little bit airy-fairy sometimes. You never know which one's going to turn up. A Chapo can't win a final, seems. You've got like Dan Evans. You saw what happened to him the other week. He lost to, I don't even know who. Fritz went out to Holt very early in the US. So all these players in this tournament seem like one's Chorich is down the other end. Yep. People that you just never know if they're actually going to turn up. So
well, I'd like to quote Ben off air. He actually called Casper Ruud a bit of a scam man or a con artist. Was that the word you used?
Yeah, a bit of a con artist, I think. I feel that if you are trying to consolidate yourself into number 2 in the world, or you want to get back there, or you even competing for number 1 in the world, and you want to be seen as that big tournament player, maybe you should be playing in the big tournaments, Casper. I mean, this is a 500.
Just say it's smart, though. Listen, it's 500
it's
points.
Definitely smart.
Both of them. Why not go play in one where you've got more chance of winning? Let's not be too thing. And there is some good players still there. You've got Taylor Fritz playing there, Francis TFO, Nakashima. So it's not smucks there. It's a difficult tournament, but it's just not the top players like you get in Nur-Sultan. I think I said Astana earlier. Is that the same thing? Astana?
That's the same thing. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's the same one.
No worries. Well, let's start off with that one anyway, because we will be doing both Nur-Sultan and Tokyo. Before we get into the previous winners, I just want to say, make sure to join the TNNS tennis bracket. It's free to do so, Apple or Android. Get the app, sign up, and hit the fantasy button at the bottom. Join the Game to Love League, and it is free to enter. And we will give you a shout out on the podcast if you're able to beat me and Ben and the rest of the GTL community.
Yes, we will do indeed. This event actually in Sultan. I know that like when you were saying a second ago, it's not quite the level that you get in Sultan, but we're not usually used to hearing that because it used to be a 250 event, now upgraded to a 500 event this year. And as you can see there from the previous winners, that we had Subu Kwon defeating Duckworth, and we had John Millman defeating Manarino. I remember that 2021 pretty well. That was
I remember both of them. It's strange because I think it's that time of year where there's something about it in terms of we just seem to watch a lot of it at work.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the time of year or this just
they're very
I guess
early
there's no
on
more Grand Slams, and it just seems to be an event. Even when it was a ATP 250, I can't recall a 250 I've watched so much of as this one.
It's literally the first part of the day. Like you probably woke up in the morning, it's playing, because that's how I always remember it. I wake up and it's already on like that, and you check.
I think
and
the
then
truth of it is this: at work, we're both accountants. It's not very fun. So historically, this will be like the morning session of work. So like my commute into work, I would watch it, and then throughout the day until lunchtime, you could have it on a screen if there wasn't much go. I mean, we probably watch a lot of it because of the timing and the situations we've been in the past, to be honest, because I would much rather watch tennis than do Excel. And that's why I've actually watched quite a bit of it. But saying that, this is a different event altogether. I wouldn't look into the previous champions. It's got a new rebrand completely. From a 250 to a 500, you've now got the top players. I can't see a John Millman winning this one again.
No, definitely not. Is he even in it? Being the question. And who are the qualifiers to watch, JG? Because there's been a bit of an upset, I heard, in one of the qualifiers. The number one qualifier to watch, or number one qualifier seed going out.
Yep, correct. David Goffin went out to Luca Nardi, my favourite Italian, 150 in the world. He's flying through the rankings. I think he's another one who's going to be top 100 next year. Can play on the clay, can play on the hard courts, looks versatile. Similar stock to a Massetti, bigger serve, and I think maybe some more powerful ground strokes as well. Doesn't, of course, have the beautiful backhand like Massetti, but just another one of these Italian players who wets your whistle. Really excited to see how Luca Nardi gets on. He's a top talent. And the other ones we've got is Laszlo Zher beating Silikbilek and Shevchenko beating Kotov. Shevchenko, just a quick mention of him. He is, in fact, 148 in the world. He's a Russian player. Some people would say maybe a Ukrainian because Shevchenko, the football player, but he's not. He is Russian. And he's had a fantastic year. And I want to highlight him because he beat Kotov today in the final round. And with Shevchenko, he's been a player who's been tearing it up on the challengers. He's beaten some really, really good talents. And a bit like Karatsev when he come through, the difference is Karatsev was really dominant. Shevchenko wins about 3 or 4, then loses one, but beats high quality opposition. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see him as a permanent fixture on the ATP tour next year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he claimed a challenger title back in June, taking out Bonadio, favorite of the pod in the final. Gombos as well in that same tournament. Dennis Novak. It was a good list of people that he beat, and he didn't drop a set in when he did take that title. It was on clay. I'm used to seeing him more on the clay courts, if I'm perfectly honest, but I haven't seen much of him on the indoor hard courts. But
it still beat Kotov, and I'm hearing here Kotov still gets in. So cheers, Boban, as a lucky loser. So that's really good because Kotov's another one who's class. But let's get into the draw because all of this doesn't mean too much until we know who they're pitted against. But what I would say is there's 4 really good qualifiers who are in a very, very good draw. It looks like on paper a bit of a Masters tournament. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that.
It's a really good draw. I absolutely love the look of it. It's going to be hard to pick. And there's some very interesting first round matchups, that's for sure. Let's go through these. And we got the first one there. And we've got a guy who's just come from a final, Holger Rune, losing to Mac Huesler there in Sofia. He defeated Yannick Sinner. He's got Carlos Alcaraz now. I mean, that's just not an easy one. I don't see him beating Alcaraz. I'm sorry, Holger. I'm having you going out.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go Stan
Stan beating
Wawrinka to
him
beat Malorino.
We beat Medvedev recently, so I think Stan definitely worth his due. Beat Medvedev on the hard courts.
I'm
Got to
gonna go
listen.
Aslan Karatsev here.
It's tough, this one, for me. I mean, Karatsev's been so up and down. He's had all of these match fixing allegations. He's on a 4-match losing streak, not winning streak, whereas Zhang is on a 4-match winning streak. I'm actually going to have Zhang beating Karatsev here.
There we
Sorry,
go. That's the
Karatsev.
Ben I know and love. Bit of recency bias Ben for you to start your Sunday evening.
I just
or to end your Sunday
disappointed.
evening, I should say.
Yeah, just disappointed by Karatsev recently. Just really not been great, and I don't see him going through here. So, Rublev, tougher to pick, even though I think Rublev's the fave for sure, isn't he?
Nah, easy. Rublev. Next, this is an interesting one.
Same here, but yeah, go on, yeah. This one.
Listen, you're bigging out. You're going to go Rublev. You're not going to go Zher. Go Zher then.
No, they went 5 sets.
There we go then.
It's indoor hard. It's different. So
I think it's easy. I think Rublev wins easy. Straight sets. I'm going to give him a 3 and a 2. That'll be a good short. So in terms of where is Nur-Sultan? Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah.
So the home boy, Mikhail Kukushkin, can he knock out Tsitsipas?
No.
I think he takes a set. But Steph comes through.
You're right.
Listen, I think Kukush can take a set against Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas is really inconsistent, man.
I don't know about that. I feel
he's reliable, is he, Steph?
Yeah, but Kukushkin
at home in Astana.
Sometimes I never know if you're winding me up. I don't know.
Kukushkin in Astana.
Have they played before? Let's have a look.
Let me bring up some Kukushkin to start. Here we go. Mikhail Kukushkin. The ATP Tour did a thing the other day. Home hope Kukushkin seeks his old version in Astana. He's been talking about it. Listen, let's see what he's saying. I had to wait until Friday evening to receive a wild card because obviously there were so many requests from famous players to receive one. He said he's lucky in the end I was able to get one. There was a chance I would be played qualifying, which was still fine for me, but main draw is better. I'm still motivated for my old version. I don't want to finish tennis being 500th in the world. I still believe I can play at a good level. So I want to come back to that. I'm going to work hard on this. Let's see how long it takes. 1, 2, 3 years I can play. I don't know. I'm motivated and I want my son to see his daddy playing on the big stage. He's going to have his son there watching him. That extra motivation. Mikhail Kukushkin, watch out. I'm calling it. It could be an early upset knocking out Steph. I don't think it's going to happen, but no. I think he takes a set.
No, definitely doesn't.
And here we go. Andrew Johnson backing it up. Kukushkin gave Fritz a run for his money in Indian Wells on Miami this year. We've seen Kukushkin knock out John Isner at Wimbledon. Do not ever rule out a man who has a point to prove. He wants to get back to the top. He wants to get back to the top. He's done an interview with the ATP, Ben. He's very keen to do something special.
But it's not for me. I'm not buying into this, Mikhail. I mean, I like you as a human being, but unfortunately, I think Tsitsipas is going to wipe the floor with you.
Listen, we've got Gene in saying he made the Rotterdam final this year, lost to Felix. Brilliant.
Just help.
And he's also won a bunch of indoor titles. He loves it in the India hard courts, playing in his home country with his son there watching. So dangerous.
I just
could win it all.
I can't entertain it. I can't take this. I'm moving down. Nardi or Shevchenko. Big match, this one.
That is really good. Close. I'm going to have to go Nardi, but Shevchenko could win that. That's a 50-50 match.
That's tough, That's a horrible one to pick. Have they ever played before? Because they both probably came from the Challenger circuit fairly recently.
They play on a lot of the same events. I wouldn't be surprised if they... I would be surprised if they've never met.
Juniors probably. I had nothing in the professional adult leagues.
I'm going to go Nardi anyway. We've got Eddie Mater saying, I remember Kukushkin beat Garin at the 2020 US Open in 5 sets. Another great one.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Kathy and saying JG side hustle used car sounds.
Literally, I think it's right. Definitely.
And I'm going to go Bublik to beat Greek Sport. I'm going to go.
I'm going to go Greek Sport.
There he goes.
I Bublik after that last thing. I mean, sorry.
To a final.
I know we're in Kazakhstan.
Beating Serendolo.
What's he going to do next? Like try and hit it with his bum and put it over the net? I don't know. What's his next trick? Come on.
We've got a few tournaments to get through yet. Sunny Jim.
Just this and that one.
So Cilic to beat Otte. I'm going to go Krezi to beat Hachanov. Sorry, Hachanov.
To beat Serendolo.
I'm going to go Van der Zanslop to beat Zukiyev. I don't know who that is.
Hachanov to beat Krezi. Van der Zanslop. Who is that? Zukiyev. I'll have to have a give him. We've got to give him his due. If they make it onto the draw, then you've got to give. He's in a 500 event. Let's at least read his name out so that he gets his time.
I've read it out. I think he's 20 years old. That's my guess.
He is. He hasn't got a picture yet, so we don't know what he looks like. Oh, he just lost to Radu Albot recently. Let's have a look. 21 years old. There he is. Babit Zukayev. And there's his recent results.
Not terrible, actually.
I mean, it's Albot.
Yeah, it's not bad. Went to a tiebreak in the third. But no, not going to beat Van der Zanslop. I'll have Djokovic beating Garin. I'm going to go Felix to beat Agut.
Same.
I'm going to go Kotov to beat Fokina.
No, I'm not having that. I have Fokina.
I'm going to go Rusevori to beat Huesler.
Same. Sadly, he's just won an event. I don't think he's got another one in him.
And Medvedev to beat Ramos.
Yeah.
Back to the top.
Bad draw for those guys down the bottom.
El Tanque. That's what they call Garin, right?
Yeah. Bit of a tank, isn't he?
Right, next up.
Alcaraz to beat Wawrinka, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go for exactly the same there.
Rublev to beat Zhang. I think you got someone. I think you got Karatsev.
Rublev, yeah, I've got Karatsev, Rublev. I'm going to go Rublev as well.
Oh, I thought Karatsev always beats Rublev.
No, not these days.
Okay.
Tsitsipas
Nardi. Probably Tsitsipas goes out now. He's already dropped a set to Kukushkin. He's probably going to lose now to Luca Nardi.
Not sure if Tsitsipas is there, of course. Kukushkin could have won that one. I'm actually going to have Luca Nardi knocking him out.
I'm not doing this. Right,
going to move down. I'm going to go Hurkacz to beat Bublik.
Catch as well. Oh, same old. Seeds.
Djokovic, have him winning, Ben. You might as well.
I've got Hachanov to knock out Cilic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cilic to beat Krezi.
Oh, you got Krezi. Okay. Yeah, Cilic, he's almost like the next best on the hard courts. You've seen him. He made it to the final. He faced Djokovic and then just
How did he play today?
Djokovic just next level, and I mean, it's just you can have a big serve, but it doesn't get you very far against Djokovic.
Djokovic's wrist was all right then. You had me worried with them news videos.
Mate, I was worried going into that. After he played the first couple of matches, though, he seemed to be all right. Loosened it a bit. Played left-handed for a bit just to give the other guy a chance, and seemed to work fine. Yeah, Djokovic to beat Butik.
Yeah. I'm going to go Felix to beat Kotov.
Felix to beat Fokina.
And Medvedev to beat Rusevori.
Let me hear. Yep. Okay. Seems like I've got quite a number of seeds in there. There's quite a few of those seeds. Right. Rublev, Karatsev.
Rublev Alcaraz, you mean?
No, not Karatsev. I've just been thinking about Karatsev from the last round. Okay, Rublev, Alcaraz. I'm actually going Andre Rublev to knock out.
Oh, steady on. Steady on. Oh, so Alcaraz played the Davis Cup and lost, and that's why he's going to lose to Rublev.
Because Andre Rublev's really good on indoor hard courts. Alcaraz not proven.
Not proven. No, he won the next gen. What was that on?
Yeah, against who? Nakashima.
Gaston.
Oh, wow. He's beat Gaston. Must be good enough to beat Rublev.
I think there was a few good players actually there.
Was that is that really your case to fight against that pick?
That's not my reason.
Next gen finals, though, mate.
Listen, that is not what I'm getting behind at all. I'm getting behind he's the best player in the world right now. Wow, he's world number one.
Wow.
No, I don't even believe he is the best player in the world. I think Daniel Medvedev,
Oh.
Djokovic, and
Not
Nadal.
flip-flop him, but like he is the best player. He isn't the best player. What are you picking?
He is the best player in terms of the rankings. That's what I'm saying. Because
On indoor hard court, he can beat Rublev because he's the best player or not.
No, but I think I know what you mean. I think it'll be tightish, but Alcaraz,
Rublev's good on indoor
He's going to beat
hard court.
Rublev. He is good. Yeah, I agree. But I think Alcaraz beats him.
What score?
I'm going to have Hurkacz beating Nardi. Yeah, I think 3 sets.
Okay. Hurkacz Tsitsipas.
Yeah, this is a really good stat. Thank you, Edimator. Rublev, 5 wins, 7 losses in 500. We know what he's like on the big stage. He does crumble, and this is such a big event.
Oh, he had he won 500s after 500s in a row. That was his thing.
Well, maybe
he was a 500s man.
Maybe this year he's not done so well.
Well, he didn't do so well, but he still got it in the. I think he still got it in the locker. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go and Hurkacz knockout Tsitsipas.
Oh,
sorry, Tsitsipas.
There he is. I'm gonna go Djokovic to beat Cilic.
There he is.
No, I thought you was going Tsitsipas is the greatest player ever earlier. Now he's out.
He came up against somebody tough on those indoor hard courts, didn't he?
Yeah,
somebody who can rival Medvedev on his day on the indoor hard courts. You're the first person to sing Hurkacz's praises, aren't you? Normally,
you've already got Djokovic winning. We already know. Let's wind to that. Felix Medvedev. I'm going to go Daniel Medvedev.
I'm going Medvedev as well. Actually. Hold on a second. Let's not get too carried away and just go and put in Medvedev through, because Felix beat Djokovic recently. And people go, but he had the wrist problem. Did he, though? Wasn't it just Felix playing well as well? Djokovic did play pretty well against TFO, and there wasn't really a wrist problem. And then he lost to Felix, and then there was a wrist problem. And now suddenly he just won a tournament after that with no wrist problem. I'm going to go Felix to knock out Daniel Medvedev.
Okay.
Swapping it up. Medvedev just lost to Wawrinka in the last tournament.
I don't know. I can understand your logic, though. I'm not going to get too mad at that.
And didn't they get very close? Was it Australian Open? He nearly beat him. He had match point, didn't he?
Really good match, actually.
That's what I mean. So
that was a great start to the year. I enjoyed the Australian Open this year.
Amazing.
For obvious reasons.
The lead up, I didn't like too much. Sleep.
Dramatic.
For weeks.
So Rublev Hurkacz for you. I've got Alcaraz Hurkacz. I'm going to go Carlos Alcaraz to beat Hurkacz.
I'm going Rublev to beat Hurkacz.
And the bottom, we've got the same, I'm sure. I think a lot of... Oh, no, we don't. Sorry, you've got Felix now. But a lot of people will have what I've got. The Djokovic-Medvedev bottom half. It's a really fascinating match. I mean, we wind back to last year. These two were playing everything, like the end of results. I think we had the US Open final was this. We had the Rolex Paris Masters or Bercy. Yeah. That was the final there. I think it was also the Tour finals as well. Was it right?
We had it in there. Yeah, for sure.
We had it in there. These two were playing a lot at the back end of last year, and it was just like one would win, the other would win. One would win, the other would win. Fantastic rivalry. Really good tennis. I enjoyed watching it. A bit like a Nadal Medvedev as well. They were quite fascinating. Nadal Alcaraz always is a good match as well. I like this one big time. I think Medvedev beats him. I'm going to have Daniel Medvedev knocking out Djokovic.
No surprises there. It always happens in your bracket. I don't think I've ever seen you pick against Medvedev.
A few times.
No, I don't remember that. But I'm really going Djokovic just to get a bit of revenge here. If you'd have seen him play today, if you'd have been around, you'd have seen how well he played. And Novak Djokovic was incredible. He's literally, I'm scared for people next year if he gets to play all 4 Grand Slams, because if he plays in that sort of style, it's literally scary. Like some of the winners he was hitting today on the stretch, backhands down the line, like Cilic was looking at it going like, what? I can't even get close to these shots. And well, it was just incredible performance. Just made it look easy against Cilic.
Yeah,
but there you go.
I didn't see it, so fair play. I'll take your word for it.
Highlights.
Yeah, I'll give it a watch. Final time, I've got Alcaraz Medvedev. You've got Rublev Djokovic.
Isn't that a repeat of a final earlier on this year? I think you covered. Was that in...
Alcaraz Medvedev?
No, Rublev Djokovic.
Yes, it is. Monte Carlo. Good one at that.
Interesting.
Enjoyed that. Djokovic won, I believe. No, he
Thought
lost,
Rublev-
didn't he? Rublev won, yeah.
It was
Rublev beat him.
Belgrade, wasn't it?
Oh, Belgrade, yeah. It was Belgrade. Apologies.
Yeah,
Monte
Rublev
Carlo was
bageled him,
Tsitsipas,
did he?
was it?
Yeah, I think Rublev
Yeah,
bageled
Rublev
him.
bageled him. I covered a bit with Faizan. In terms of my final, Alcaraz Medvedev, I think Carlos Alcaraz is going to win the whole thing.
It's been
Call me
sucked in
crazy.
by the
So
number
good.
one seed. It's been sucked in. He's got all the
Yeah,
media
cheers, guys.
around
It is
him now.
Belgrade, yeah.
He's got sucked in by the Alcaraz. You've seen how much media he's doing now. He doesn't even get a moment to himself. It's going to be a big distraction. It's hard. Now he's won his first slam. Is he going to have the same level of scrutiny that you gave to Emma Raducanu after her first Grand Slam victory, even though she didn't really have much time on tour, like the same amount that Carlos Alcaraz has had? Wait and see. You know what I'm going for the win.
Yeah.
It's that man. He called it already. He knew. Number 4 seed. It's a mean draw for everyone else around Djokovic. That's all.
Mean for him as well. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure if it is. I think it's tough.
I don't think it matters where he is.
Play Felix early on.
I feel like it's going to be tough, whatever. You have to play Felix if you met him in the semis. That's it.
Okay.
It's either Felix or Medvedev. It doesn't get much easier. He's a guy you just lost to, or a guy who you notoriously go to 3 sets with and have a tough match against. I think it's just going to be tough no matter what. But Djokovic has really impressed me this week. I feel that he just looks back to his best.
Yeah, in terms of dark horse, I'm going to go Mikhail Kukushkin. Ben. Sorry,
I thought I just heard something that was going on.
Ben's been laughing an awful lot this episode every time I mention his name. Not sure what the joke is, to be honest. He's a quality player, not been in the greatest of form, but he can turn it on in Astana. And I'm really fascinated to see how far he can go. Of course, tough drawing Tsitsipas first round. If he can, by some miracle, get through it, he could, I don't know, it could open up for him. He's a really top player. I think he's got a lot of motivation to do well here. And I hope he can do it for his son.
I hope so too. If you're going to go for him, I'll go for Luca Nardi then. There you go. He's my dark horse.
It's a bit wild, Ben.
Well, may as well. If you're going to go crazy, you'll go crazy old, I'll go crazy young. There you go.
There we go. A bit like us both, isn't it? Crazy old and crazy young.
That's it. I'm 20 next week.
But there we go. That's that event. Let's move on to the last one. Make sure to enter your brackets for Astana. It is a great event. We're going to be covering as much of it as possible. Djokovic, you'd have to say on paper, is the favourite, hence why Ben picked him. Alcaraz, jury's out. The jury is out to see what he's like.
Are you trying to brush over your picking Alcaraz, the number 1 seed? Well, you don't know. I mean,
well, the jury's out.
He just won a hardcourt Grand Slam, but probably not good anymore. But I will pick him to win, even though he's not the favourite.
Just getting behind him.
Is that your logic? Is that
getting behind a bit of young talent?
Lower the expectations a bit. I like it.
Let's see. Over to Tokyo.
It's like picking Daniel Medvedev. Going, well, hasn't won much in a while. Probably no good anymore. So picking Medvedev to win it. I mean, bit of an outside punt, that one. Anyway, right, let's go for this one. We're over to Tokyo, and
Wait, one moment. You just keep continuing.
All right, we're going over to Tokyo, and this one was actually won last time by Novak Djokovic. And we were just speaking about John Millman a second ago. He was the finalist, as you can see, in Astana, winning it in 2020. In 2019, he was the runner-up here, and that was in Japan. And you see the last 2 winners are the 2 guys who are in Nur-Sultan, and it is Djokovic in 2019, Medvedev 2018, and as you can see back there, going all the way back, Kyrgios 2016, Andy Murray back there in 2011, and we do have Rafa back in 2010. We can keep going back all the way. I mean, We don't want to keep going back. We'll go back forever. Let's have a look through some of the qualifiers to watch. Anyway, in this one, we have had. I mean, it's not the who's who really. This tournament. I'm not being funny. We've got Shimizu has knocked out Purcell. I'm not even familiar of who Shimizu is. 450 in the world. Let's have a quick look at this guy. There you go. 23 years old. He is through to the main draw. So keep your eye out for Yuta Shimizu. And who else have we had? We have also had Ramanathan through. I've never heard of this person before. Shimabakulo is through, knocking out Mariah. And Noguchi is through as well. So some real randoms coming through in these qualifiers to watch. But we will get through the actual draw. Yeah.
Who's your number one qualifier?
I mean, probably Ramanathan. I don't know who the others are. I mean, Noguchi, no idea. Shimabakulo, no idea. And Shimizu, no idea. But Ramanathan, yes, I have. And he did knock out Elias Ema as well. So quite a good person.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Yeah. So Ramanathan, let's see who he gets in the first round anyway. Right. Casper Ruud, our number one seed. I love him beating Jaume Munar as the correct pronunciation, as we know.
I think Cam Norrie there corrected you.
Yeah.
Then tried to say Jaume. He was like, who?
Yeah.
It's Juan.
No, I said, since you've been playing doubles. No, I said something about you've played him before. And he said, well, I played doubles with Juan or something. And I was like, oh, he just said it right just to make me feel bad. No, he just,
Good.
I knew it. Knew I wouldn't get it right. That's another one I've got wrong. I said Leheka. I've said Jaume. How many times am I going to get corrected by tennis players?
Right, I'm going to have a few Spaniards going out here. I've got Juan Munar going out. Then Martinez. I'm going to have Poprin going through. I'll go McDonald to beat Uchida. Alex Dimonor to beat Kwon-Soon.
Yep.
TFO to beat Uchiyama.
Yep.
Ben would say picks itself, that one. Tara Daniel against Zabata Morales. I'll have to go for the Spaniard this time, Zabata Morales.
No, you got that wrong. Going Taro there, mate.
Not because it's in Japan.
No, not just he's better on indoor hard.
Okay. I'm going to go Nishioka to beat Kuzmanovic.
Kuzmanovic has some questions to answer after his last result. He lost to Kovacevic, didn't he? In the last match, and I don't know how he lost that one. Nishioka, surely he has to win. He just won an event. Come on, he's on a big high. He's running into Japan. There's people waiting at the airport for him as he gets off the plane. He's riding that adrenaline all the way through. Knocks out Kuzmanovic.
Yeah, just for the record, Ben, because you're not that knowledgeable. Tokyo is an outdoor hard, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'd better change it then. Zabata Morales. No, I'm leaving it as the same.
Oh, I'm going to go Evans to beat Radu. Kyrgios to beat Zheng.
Sure.
I'm going to go Shiba Bakuru. Show Shiba.
Say it again.
Show Shiba Bakuru. That'd be a great burn. Show Shiba Kuru. Show Shiba boop babaku. Cool. Go. New button coming soon. Show Shiba it's called.
That's it. If it does if it does become a watch along, I'll have to make that button. I'll have to auto tune that up. Don't worry.
Oh, you won't need that, Ben. Just a straight cut.
Maybe. I'll go Madrazak. Sorry. Show scissors, whatever you just said.
Show Shiba.
It's not even, isn't it? So Shimmer, isn't it?
Show Shimmer.
That's it. Right. Mariah's made it in somehow. He got knocked out. Now he's back in again. I'll have Shimizu meeting Mariah.
You too, Shimazu. You too, Shimazu. You too, Shimazu. Come on.
I like it. That one's better. It's got a bit more of a ring to it, that one. You too, Shimazu. Right.
Taylor Fritz to beat Duckworth. I'm going to
Yep.
go Chapo. The one I called.
Ooh.
Listen, let's have a little shout out to Chapo.
Not
I
doing
called
this.
him to do very well, and he got all the way to the
Why
final.
are you doing it? Why are you bringing it up again?
Listen, I think that was a pretty good
I
shout.
don't
Hopefully,
think it's
some
a good
people
call.
went an each way bet on that. They would won
People
a bit
who
of
even
money.
said in the chat it's not a good call.
I think it was. I mean, he was the 5th favourite from that
You
position.
said
when I
hot
called
take. The first comment on the video was that's not a hot take. He's playing really well this week, and there's no one else in the
Played really
tournament.
well. He played one match.
2 matches. Beat Radu. Beat like Radu Albert.
Wow, playing
I
really well,
know.
isn't he? Come on,
Exactly.
ridiculous. You got your head a bit. Your head's not screwed on properly for that one.
Ridiculous.
I'm going to go Ramanathan here to beat Nokuchu.
Oh, that's a bit out of order.
I'm going to go Nakashima to beat Mochizuki.
Oh, that's one of your stocks not going up.
Yeah, well, we know the stocks are going, so I won't be going for him.
Nah, going down. He's in GBP probably.
Exactly.
Get him.
Or crypto.
Kokonakis, Chorich. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a risk with you. Goes back to the top. Rude popper in. I mean, he's picked it for a reason. He's going to win. Rude to win that one. Dimano to beat McDonald.
Francis TFO, you got to listen. He's been what a year he's having.
I mean, it's a great year. I like
the Labour Cup for America or the rest of the world.
Hit Federer in the face in his last ever match.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, really. There's something else he's done as well, but I forget which one it was. But yeah, really good.
I think that's up there with the biggest achievement. Like Federer's the 2 points before Federer retires, and you've hit the ball at him to try and kill him in his last ever match. Pretty good. All right, Nishioka Evans.
I'm going to go Nishioka. I'm going to have Kyrgios here. I'm going to go Fritz.
Yeah. Servers.
We're going to go Chapo and Chorich.
Yeah. No, Nakashima for me.
Okay. Rude to beat Alex de Minaur. Picked it for a reason, didn't he?
Exactly. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's a wise man. Casper Ruud knows what he's doing.
I'm going to go TFO to beat Nishioka.
It's a bit of a mad stat that Edimator's putting up there. Nishioka versus Evans is 6-0. That's a bit of a nuts head-to-head.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that as well. They played recently, and someone spoke about the record of it being 5-0, so it only makes sense now it's 6. It's just one of them one-sided matches.
That's it. Right.
Matchups.
TFO, Nishioka. I'm actually going TFO on this one, though.
I'm going to go TFO as well. I'm going to have Kyrgios beating Fritz.
Yeah.
And Chorich to beat Chapo.
I'm having Nakashima to beat Chapo.
I don't think Chorich and Kyrgios get on too well either, do they?
Who does get on well with Kyrgios? Australian players? Yeah. Maybe Djokovic now. Yeah, he didn't used to.
They love each other.
Rafa?
Kokonakis?
Well, anyone Australian gets someone okay with them. I think, anyway. Don't know. He probably rubbed some of them up.
Medvedev and Kyrgios get on quite well now.
I don't know about that. Well, after he gave him a few points for free in that matchup, maybe.
So TFO. TFO. I'm going TFO.
I'm not. I'm going Rude.
Kyrgios, Chorich. I'm going to go Kyrgios.
Kyrgios Nakashima. I'm going Naka.
They played it at Wimbledon, and Nakashima took the first set.
Went to 5 as well.
Did it? Or was it 4?
5.
I thought it was 4.
5.
Do I have to check, Ben?
Go on.
No, I think you're right. He definitely.
I think he went to 5 twice, didn't he? In Wimbledon. Yeah. That's why I remember it.
It was 5, and Kyrgios won the 5th, 6-2.
There you go.
That's right. So my final TFO Kyrgios. I'm going to go Francis TFO. Oh.
This is a weird one. I feel like I I'm going to go Nakashima.
Go on, go
Like,
Rude.
if he
Win the Rude
gets,
Open.
if he goes to the final, he just won his first. I feel that Nakashima, he took him a while to win his first ATP title, and I still am a full believer in the Nakashima effect. I've been bigging him up for so long. I really want him to start doing big things now. He's won an event. Come on, win a big event. This is a big event. If he was to win this, I think it would, like, you're off to the races a bit.
I'm not going to have a change of heart. Sorry, Ben. I'm actually going to go Kyrgios. Sorry. I'm just thinking about that matchup again. I think Kyrgios beats him.
Okay.
I have a weird feeling. But yeah, that's just, I'm not going to go TFO. I haven't been in the final, but I think Kyrgios is going to win the whole thing.
I don't think TFO makes the final. I was a bit disappointed to see how he played against Djokovic, to be honest, when I watched that match. I thought it was a little bit lackluster, and it proved to me that there are people much more skilled on the tennis court who can just make him or just ruin his game. That was it. So anyway, we've done
there
that
we go.
now.
Sums it up. 4 brackets
Yay!
done. Make sure to watch the women's ones if you haven't seen it already. Give me a dark horse, Ben, for that one in Tokyo.
Well, I've got Nakashima already, so that's it.
Okay.
Done.
Nice. We'll have that. I like my Nakashima. I think that's a good pick. But thank you, everyone, for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new. Join the membership of the Patreon to support the channel. We're going to be covering a few more matches. I'm free pretty much to the end of the year, but October for sure. So I'm going to be covering some as well. Some really good ones, particularly Astana. If we're able to get Djokovic, Medvedev, Alcaraz, throw him in there too. Interesting to see how Iga gets on the women's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be covering as much as possible. So stay tuned on the channel. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your brackets, apart from Ben, and see you very soon.
That's it. Expect some shorts to come out soon of JG's clips.
And remember one thing. We're all living in Mikhail Kukushkin's world. It's going to be difficult to beat him. Thank you and good night.